the business ideas you should focus on are things that affect you personally. We ask, what type of business should I start? Everybody has their own opinion. This is why we ask other people to give us business ideas or go to Google for business ideas, because we want to make sure it doesn't fail, because we are afraid. There is no such thing as a good business idea. When ideas come to you, they don't come to you perfect. They come to you flawed. And by taking the step to work on these ideas, this is how you build the idea, mold it and form it into something valuable. The fundamental problem of asking other people for a business idea. Number one, we use that as a way to measure how likely this idea is going to win or lose. But we forget that great businesses that have been made, whenever those business ideas are shared, is always seen by others, by the experts, as something that is not going to work. And this is why entrepreneurs shock the world. They do something that ends up being more valuable than it was measured to be before they start. So no matter what, you cannot judge the prospects of a business from the idea. The business has to be built before you know if it's going to work. If there is no way you can measure if an idea is going to be successful or not at the start, you have no choice but to build the business and see what happens. So you have to accept that you will fail. And this is not me trying to give you hope. Build the business for it to be successful. You can build it and you will fail and lose money. But that's just the way it is. So put your goal on something like, how many times am I willing to fail to learn to improve the business? Let's say you made a new water bottle. And this water bottle can store cold water for 5 days. So you don't need a fridge to put it in. I've built a prototype and I expose it to the market. And I begin to see that either people are buying the product or people are not. The ultimate way to measure the success of an idea is revenue. Expose your product to that market. But are they using it? If they're really using it, it means that there's something valuable it is giving them. You can't do all these things in idea space. So you have to take the risk to make the product. The only way you can secure yourself is not to invest so much money in making a full-blown working product, but in making a prototype. So that is the only way you can know if a product is working. And if you're asking, give me a good idea, all ideas are bad. If you understand your motivation for asking for good business ideas, you're using it to make sure you don't fail. And that is not possible. So whatever analysis you are doing in my head, oh, this thing worked before. I think if I make a similar product or if I make another thing like that, I think it will work. See, all those things, they are just guess. You cannot know until you make the thing and expose it to your ideal market and see how it benefits their life, how they are getting value from, and see how much they are willing to pay for it. All right, asking other people for business ideas is something that's going to just fuel your procrastination. This is the thing about ideas. Physical products are practical. They show you what works and what doesn't. Ideas are aspirational. They show you what could be, what is possible, and what may not be possible. So all those ways you can see that your idea will fail, they are just possibilities. When you're in an idea space, it's all possible. But if I add this characteristic, I think it will make, if it is a possibility, it is not a reality unless you've translated that idea into physical form and watch it fail in real life. Do not ask people for business ideas. Now that we cannot do that, what is our next best option? The next best option, your business should be an expression of your own ideas and your passion. Let's say you love music. You shouldn't be doing any other business except businesses related to that. I could be a top class guitar player, playing guitar for 5-10 years. So while playing my guitar, I realized that instead of using these metals for strings, if we change it to some kind of different metal, I think the experience of playing the guitar is going to be better for guitarists. What is that? That's a business idea. So how can I turn this idea into a product I can package and sell? In some way, that's what entrepreneurship is. But this idea, this vision can only be unique to you. Nobody looks at an experience and translates it the exact same way. So you could be seeing something that other people will not see. So really, as an entrepreneur, you have to have serious self-belief. And this is the contradictory aspect to entrepreneurship, because you can have self-belief in your idea and build your idea will flop, right? If you do not have that self-belief, you will not have the motivation, the energy, the will, power to chase that idea, to build it, to see if it will fail or not. Believe in yourself and stop listening to other people. That's the only way you'll be able to move forward. And to believe in yourself, your ideas have to come from you. I can't believe in somebody else's suggestion. The reason why you believe in other people's opinion is because you are scared of failing. And that is not solid foundation if you want to build anything. So whatever ideas that you decide to build, it has to come from within you. It has to come from yourself. It has to be something that you see. It has to be a problem that is personally affecting you. You can't know the depth of a problem if you are not facing that problem too. Great leaders come from the people. Nelson Mandela is a great leader. for the South Africans, because he's affected. He's part of the people who are being oppressed. Because to summon that energy to push, you have to be in pain. That thing has to affect you. That is where passion comes from. Passion is not love. Passion can be hatred. It can be pain. It can be disgust. It is just deep energy. What do you love and what hurts you the most? Are you tired of an oppression? Is there a particular inconvenience in your life? Forget about other people now. As an entrepreneur, you must be focused on what you want to build. So, if great leaders come from the people, great entrepreneurs have to be affected by the problems they choose to solve. So, in terms of you being passionate about it, then look for business opportunities in that field, products that you can make to improve the experience of people in that field. What if you are not in a field? Look at your life, your everyday life. You know, there's this man, I've forgotten the exact figures, but he made millions of dollars selling shoes. This man is in a wheelchair. He has difficulty putting together his shoelace. His idea was, rather than having shoelaces, why don't we have zips on the side of our shoes where we can just zip down and zip up? So that's fast and that's easy. Simple idea, right? But who would have known a simple product like a shoe that has a zip at the side would be generating millions of dollars? So all these people that are doing technology, I must do AI, I must go into all this computer stuff, I must create a flying rocket. You are just going too far. You don't need to go that far to generate wealth. It is paid, not how fancy the technology is of the thing you are making. Can you solve a problem that people do not see? This is what they call market gaps. Market gaps are called market gaps because nobody sees them. That small inconvenience you are seeing, that just you are seeing, right? That could be a market gap that everybody is avoiding. People avoid market gap because market gaps have not been proven. And it goes back to what I say, you have to just take the risk and you have to do it smartly. I've seen people start one business, the business does not work and they just give up. No, you came up with an idea for a product. It doesn't work. All right, how do I modify the product? I've exposed this product to the market. Only 2 people out of 1 million bought and nobody really likes it. Why? I'll now take that my initial idea and modify it. So entrepreneurship is a process of remodification. All ideas are bad. Your idea is likely going to fail. You have to refine your idea again. Sometimes it can take 2-3 years of consistent reiteration before you produce a product that works. You don't make something once and it just works. Without feedback, you cannot get anywhere. You cannot improve the idea. So that's the nature of entrepreneurship. So when you want to start a business, stop asking people for ideas. Focus on you personally. What is hurting you in your own personal life? Because there's no problem that affects you that does not affect somebody else. If there's something hurting you personally, even if everyone in your country is not being affected by this problem, there's somebody in another country somewhere else that is affected by this problem. We have individual life, but largely our experiences are common. So use yourself as the map for your product. Allow your business to be an extension of yourself, your talent, your ideas. Your business should be an extension of your pain. So what is hurting you? What do you love? What is inconveniencing you? Take those things. Look for a solution. Package the solution into a product that I can distribute at scale. Do that and you've done entrepreneurship. Simple. If you found this content helpful, follow me, like, subscribe, share your thoughts. And the purpose of my content is to build individuals as well as help myself into learning the skills and the knowledge of innovation. The more innovative you are, the better it's going to be for society, because innovative products largely improve the quality of life. I've been talking about entrepreneurship and building products. What are the tangible skills you need? This is something that is not always clear. So if you want to learn to generate ideas, build products and businesses that change the world, create wealth for the world and create wealth for yourself, follow my channel and subscribe. All right? Thank you.